Hey, Pearl, how are you today? Hey, and here's Minnie. Look at the pretty flowers I just planted. What? Oh, you're right. I almost forgot. Another day of soul care.
Hi, everybody. This is James. I'm talking about the SoulCARE. I've been a busy morning. I hope you've had a very busy morning. I've had a very busy morning. I just got back from my doggy park. I met some lovely people there, which is really nice. And just catching up on some work. And I'm going to ask you guys for help today on my work, if you don't mind. Hi, Dita. My microphone fell. Hold on. Let me just get rid of this. Okay. My keyboard is in my way. I just signed up today on my first day of Medicare. I like that. I feel old. Hi, Val. Hi, Connie. Hi, Susie. Hi, Lion. Carrie, Doreen, Nanya. You're very welcome, Kat. Thank you. Hi, Marla. Yes, it's very busy time. I'm getting ready for my cruise that I'm doing next month. So I'm writing the programs, and it's really going to be an interesting one. Just to share with you guys my process and progress of doing it. It's going to be kind of a 4 quarters. And the first quarter is going to be involved in the whole 15 hours of my workshop. There's going to be a quarter of music that's going to be in dispersed throughout the program, quarter lecture, quarter of exercises, and a quarter part of meditation or journeying to the other side. I'm putting it all together as one. So it'll be pretty cool. So I'll share with you guys when I come up with a playlist. I think you all would love the playlist. Hi, Cordy. Yes, I do Monday soul care and Thursdays intensive soul care. We still haven't done the credits yet for it because I've been so busy with the meditation course and changing schools over and changing websites that I haven't a chance to do the credits yet. But we're working on it. My good friend Ryan Brown has done a great job. We're working on that. Right, Ryan? You betcha. Yes, very good. Susie, thank you. You went to Encinitas. Thank you very, very much for seeing me there and going there. It was a great night on so many levels. People talk about how connected everybody was and how, what's the word? I guess connected would be the best word, that everybody came together, feeling the love in the room. And it was really, really nice when you go to a space and you work with a space that's been energized and activated already before you even got there. And the Seaside Center of Spiritual Living over there in Encinitas, right by the water, does that. It just, that's how the vibe that they put out every week, that loving vibe. So it's great to walk into a space like that and that people join in and send their love. So it's good. Welcome, Medicare. Thanks, Cheryl. Thanks so much, I guess. Oh, you love my, thank you for loving my class. Lonnie, you're in the 83 class, the network, the Shift Network. Thank you very much, Lonnie. And Lonnie, please feel free to look at my school and join more there because it's a more in-depth. Shift Network was just scratching the surface. So in a way, I feel like the students can get enough because, mediumship isn't something you just talk about. You got to do the exercises and work. And time was very limited. We couldn't really get into the one-on-one exercises. So if you join Mediumship 1 in my school and Mediumship 2, start Mediumship 1 first, but there'll be opportunities to work with other people, which is what you really want to do. I'm thinking also of doing a workshop one weekend, probably next year, you guys, that for all my Mediumship students to come together, 1, 2, or 3, and work together for a weekend and just see how we do. So I think I'll be next year. I'll put a weekend together for all my Mediumship students because I like to work with people and see how they do. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Diane. Hi, Jamie Hall. It is a community of lovely souls, isn't it? I think I'm looking pretty good for 65. I'm working out, lost 10 pounds, still continuing. Hi, Lori Smith. Yeah, it's a really great, Lori. The cruise is going to be all about emerging into this, stepping to the spirit world, which really is going to be, it's like a course that I have right now, a day in the spirit world. I was looking at it yesterday, and it's very similar to that. I'm going to teach people about leaving the body, out of body experiences. So we're going to practice that the first day, leaving the body, come back in, leaving the body, come back in. And then I have some wonderful people that are going to be speaking there with me via audio. Ram Das is going to be one, and let's see, some wonderful meditators, if you will. Lots of different people I'm going to put in there. I call them celestial and terrestrial celestial guides. So I'm going to have them on my playlist. And Ram Dass, who I used to work with Ram Dass when he was out, when he was alive, and we thought that we were in the circuit together. He's a lovely, lovely soul. So I'm using him and John Kabat-Zinn, do that. So yeah, a lot of different people. Hi, Cheryl Taylor from Wales. Good to see you, sweetheart. Hello, Dawn from Arizona. Becca. Hi, Marianne. What else is there to go on? I want to let everybody know what, because the Thursdays, the intensive soul care is really about what's going on in the school. So it's really about the school site. They have JV School of Mystical Arts. And right now, if you're unaware of it, I have a spiritual meditation course, which is learning about sitting in the stillness of your being. And I know a lot of you have seen that video before, so I'm not going to show it to you, but maybe I should, Renee. If you have it, Renee, might as well show it again. We have it. It was so well done. I showed it on Friday in Sanitas. And it's what I did was I took meditation, a lot of practice of meditation throughout the decades, I'll say, not centuries, but certain practices and ways things were done. And I put a spin on it and I made it more a spiritual sense in that sitting in the stillness of your being. So I put sitting in development, like for mediumship, you sit in development circle for many years before you start working as a medium. And I put a lot of the practice of a development circle into this meditation course. So it's a spiritual journey through meditation. And the first part of it is really sitting in the stillness of your being, sitting in them with a breath. So I do 10 different lessons. Each lesson has about 4 or 5 videos on it. And that's where my light went out. Okay, that's all right. Still don't see me. There you go. Here's a meditation.
Every time you sit and practice, you'll discover something new, whether it's about yourself, the world we live in, and the choices that you make, and the people in your life. So be open to anything that happens and everything that happens. Through meditation and sitting in the stillness, you're going to have a new sense of awareness of who you truly are as a soul living on this earth.
And
this is work of the heart. We're going to learn to live heart forward, and that's what this is about. It's not work. It's beauty. It's fun. It's amusement. It's love. It's feeding your soul. This is all about you. It's your own practice. This meditation process and this practice will change your life. You are no longer living in limitations and fear. You're able to express who you truly are. You will change not only yourself, but the world.
In that space of meditation, of centering yourself and being mindful of who you are and knowing yourself. Because I think the most important thing in life, my grandmother taught me this when I was a little boy, probably 4 years old, and she would say it over and over again. She was lover of Shakespeare. And she used to say, to thy own self be true. And it goes on, indulge the edge of husbandry. I believe it's from Romeo and Juliet, but it might be very wrong. But anyway, she would say that to me. I didn't know what it meant then, but of course I do now. And it's so, so true, no matter how many different types of practices that you do, how many classes you take, how many books you read. It's fine, but they will have no effect if you don't have you. If you don't have a relationship with yourself first, then it means nothing. It's just window dressing. Because you first have to know who you are and honor who you are. And I do that, and I teach that in this course. So anyway, what I was getting about was a meditation course is good until Friday. There's so many people loving it and enjoying it, and they wanted more of it. They said, can you extend the sales? So we're extending it till Friday, the sale price, till Friday at $197, I believe it is. And that's good till Friday and for late Friday, and it'll go to an evergreen price. But thank you, everybody, for mentioning how much you love it already. You started using the lesson 1 and things that you never expect about breath and about movement. Thank you. Thank you all very, very much. Thank you, Lori Smith. I appreciate it. It took a lot of work. It's a lot of dedication from people that were passionate. The lady who helped me write it was passionate about the words that she used. And the producer, the person that helped cut the piece, was amazed. And my videographer, Eric, who's now my roommate, by the way, we've known each other 15 years, and he used to work with Hay House. And he's a wonderful videographer. All the people that came together really have done a masterful job. So thank you. And love you. You'll get a lot out of it, and it'll change your life. It really will. Hi, Alexandra Ween and Renee put under my name here, James from Prague. That's the hot link for the course. You want to go look at it. Hi, James. Did you have courses at your school who are at time? Okay, this is a good one from Germany. Hello, Alexandra. do you have, I'm gonna translate it. Do you have courses at your school who are at time like no? Oh, so Alexandra, there are courses that you don't need to know what time. There are only 3 courses that I do live talks with. So the meditation course you can do at any time, and many of the other courses you do anytime. So like the mediumship course, I believe, and one more that I do some phone calls on. That's all described in the school and and everybody gets their own portal and tells you about all the course you've taken or what would be good to do next if you want. It's good. No, thank you. Christy Dixon Pride. Hi, James. I just wanted to thank you for the meditation course. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I've actually been having my autistic son practice with me. Very good, Christy. You followed my advice on that. Very good. And his best one. He really feels energy off of people, and your meditation helping him greatly. Thank you, Christy. I knew that you should help him with that meditation course because it really will talk to things he knows about. I believe many autistic beings are way beyond us on a certain level. My nephew is as well. A lot of people are. And it's almost like they sense and feel things at a different vibration. Particles, if you will, particles of light. They get the breath. They understand sitting in the breath. They're able to ride the breath, as I talked about in the course. So thanks, Christy. I'm so happy to hear that, sweetheart. I'm so happy. I knew it would work. I knew you could reach him that way. Keep up the good work with him in the course. The course gets better and better, easier and easier. Just because then he'll be, what also does, Christy? It's he feels like he belongs. He feels like, oh, wow, there's other people who see things I do or however he interprets that. But he feels like he's belonging to something. So I think that's great. I'm really happy, Christy. Thank you very much. Okay. Julie West, how do you meditate when so many things go on in your life? There you go. That's why you should take the course. That's why you should take the course. The first lesson is monkey mind. So you're learning how to let go of all that stuff there and where you put your intention of your thought. And all that stuff could go on, but you don't have to be in it. You can observe it, but you don't have to be in it. So when you get into the practice of learning how to relax, centering yourself, riding the breath, we breathe all the time. You're breathing right now. Whether you're conscious of it or unconscious, you are breathing. Same with meditation. You'll get to a point where you're centering yourself and you're sitting in that quiet. And before you know it, you're just within your center. You're aware of what's going on, but you're not part of it. And you realize that stuff doesn't have meaning. I'll get to that stuff. It'll have its proper meaning, but it doesn't overwhelm you. It really makes things at a very nice pace in your life. You realize that you prioritize very easily. What happens tomorrow. You definitely get into that sense of what other people think of me as in my business. That definitely is a good one there. It helps. So it helps in all other aspects of your life, meditation. And recently I just put out a jigsaw puzzle on my dining room table. Never did jigsaw puzzles, but I was buying some cards today. I saw these wonderful kind of like crystal balls in a jigsaw puzzle. And I just liked it. And I thought, I'm going to do that because that is, again, another form of meditation. So it's changing your conscious mind. You bring it to a state of awareness in something else, a focus. So you're focusing your mind. So meditation is a focus, if you will. So jigsaw puzzle is great because it's another type of meditation, which I'm trying out. Good. Thank you, Julie. Alice, how do I get a reading with you? I don't do private readings, Alice, but what I do is on my website, vanprog.com. That's my last name. That's how I know what it is, because that's how I remember it. Vanprog.com. There's a tab called Resources. And on the Resources page, sweetheart, you have a lot of different people that do readings, psychic readings, intuitive readings, mediumship. There are some healers there, pet communicators, a bunch of different people, different specialists who I personally recommend, who I've had readings with myself or I've taught them. So I recommend them highly. And I would never go to anybody that you've not been recommended to see, because then you take your life in your hands with people who say they can do things that they can't. And no matter where you are with anything, I think anything in life, you get a referral, even down to a carpenter or, a craftsman. I do believe that. Hi, Terry Armstrong. Hi, James. What do you think about angel numbers? Every single day, several times a week, I was double numbers. Okay. Why do you think it's so often? It's been happening for the last couple of years. Even if I wake early in the morning, I look at the time 0404 and so on. So, Terry, obviously, they're trying to get your attention. So are you paying attention? And what is it? Are you starting to go into yourself, go within yourself and start opening up your abilities? maybe spirit wants you to look inside. Oh, fours, angels are around you. So it could be very mediumistic, and might be a time to, whether it's mediumistic, whether it's some form of healing, end of life doula, whatever it might be, time to pay attention, basically. If something happens like that in a synchronistic way, or we call coincidence, but there's a repeating pattern to something, it means it's something to pay attention to. Okay. Hi, John Conroy. Good to see you. I wish I could be at your wedding, but I am going to be away. But hi, John. John's a good friend of mine. I've known for many, many, many years. Hi, Nadine. Good to see you again. Love you to Vienna. There's Stephanie Gray says, James, what about a tree in my yard? Okay. Potentially the triple goddess. What do you think about it? Is it a message? It could be, Stephanie. The best way, if you are aware of something like out of the ordinary, then stop, rest your mind, and ask spirit, your guides, whoever they're to say, show me and feed me in my mind, slip into my mind space what message you have for me. And that's it. Make it as simple as possible. And don't think about it. Let them just drop it in. Okay, so try that. That works every time. Hi, Bernadette. Good to see you. And I have a project for you guys. If anybody, if you could help with it, I was trying to name something, a subtitle of a course, and I'm putting together a course for people like yourselves who want about, they feel like they need protection when they do this work, or their sensitive souls are very highly sensitive and they need a sense of closing down and opening up, learning to close down properly, how to also bring their life force, their energy up every day, and also how to get rid of negative energy and so forth. So I decided what I was going to do is, because it's so popular, we had so many people who want that I was going to put 3 of my courses together in a bundle. And I'm calling it Mastering the Sensitive Soul. Do you like that? So we'll show you the graphic that I came up with. Marianne made this with me, with my ideas, and Marianne's artist. There we go, Mastering the Sensitive Soul. So it's really pretty, thank you very much, putting together the course I have called Tools for the Highly Sensitive, which is about grounding and centering. And another one is a 4-day energy cleanse and enhancing your intuition. So those 3 courses I'm putting together as Mastering a Sensitive Soul. And it's really, so I'm looking for anyone who wants to write a subtitle, suggest a subtitle for that. Now, you want to think about it, that just write down some subtitles. I thought I'd include you in that naming the course. It's a great course. It covers all those things. So protection, energy work, getting other people's energy out of space, how do you become aware of the auric space around you, how you know about the chakra system. So it includes all of that. So Lori Smith, I know you can do it. Once you complete your upcoming October UK teaching course, yes, will be scheduled workshops. Yes, Lori. I will do a workshop probably next year in Encinitas about mediumship. I'm going to find a new space in Encinitas to do it in, but I will definitely do that. I think it'll be a fun weekend workshop for mediumship students. And really, it's just going to be covering a paid cover for the hall. That's all it's going to be, the amount that I would ask for. So we'll figure out what that is. Hi, Marie Crane. Good to see you, darling. Good to see you. Yes, shield your inner self. Oh, that's an idea. Okay. Mastering your sensitive soul. Shield your inner self. The only problem with that might be too long. But I like the way you're thinking. I like the way you're thinking, Sylvia. So the inner self. Okay. Transforming? No. Harmony. Hi, Nadine. Hello, James. Love and life in Vienna. I had some amazing experience. Very good. You always had amazing experience, Nadine. You're so good at that. The Stone Master and me are planning the gravestone for my mom. I went through the garden in the afternoon. I wanted to take a picture from the beautiful green of the plants, but there was just a lot of white light on the 10 photos. James felt like catch the beautiful energy from heaven. Do you think I am right? Nadine, yes, I think you're right. I think you're very right. So mediumistic experiences many times will show up in photographs. So like we hear about orbs, or we hear about shafts of light. Many times the spirit people will use the energy of the photographer who's mediumistic, which you are, Nadine, And they'll use that to materialize, if you will, a sort of form of a light or orbs. And using orbs, many times the spirit people come together and help you to create that. They concentrate energy for that to happen. But yes, I definitely think it is, Nadine. I think it's knowing you and knowing your work and the circumstances. Yeah, you're very in tune with everything. And I think it would be your mom's way of saying, I'm with you. I'm in light now. Yeah. I think it's funny. I think on this earth, we're in dark. And I think in the spirit world, we're in light. I don't refer to that. My friends passed over. My good friend Olivia once said, I said, are you dead? And she goes, I'm not the dead one. You are. So we're very limited in this cocoon here. It's definitely a cocoon we're in until we were released to go home. So, and it's what we do in this cocoon that will create the environment for us when we pass over. So the thoughts, the way you help people, the way you inspire people, the way you bring love to the planet and to one another, it helps create those conditions that you'll find yourself in when you pass into the spiritual realms, which most of us want a beautiful, loving space, a garden or a home, our friends and family. So it does happen. It does happen. But to assure you, even more beautiful place. The love that you make is the love you take, as the Beatles would say. The love you make is the love you take. I 100% agree with that. Okay, thanks. Someone's here, a guide is here talking to me about showing you some things. Cody, when spirit comes through in your mind, you always experience the light behind them or just overwhelming as well? And they present themselves as colored orbs also in mind. That's a great question, Cody. Great question. Every medium is different. So every medium will receive clairvoyance in a different way. And of course, spirits communicate differently. It's very, some spirits come through and they all come through in your mind. That's how they come through. I don't always experience the light behind them. Not always. Most of the time not, but I have indeed. Friday night, I certainly did. And said, like you said, overwhelming as well. Yes, it's always overwhelming to feel them. So not necessarily their light, but their energy and their love for the recipient. That is overwhelming. That overwhelming sense of love. I do feel that's incredible. That's part of the wonders of my job, the lovely parts I take from the job. I'm a recipient of that love. So my job here is to share that, right? Thanks for asking. Good question, Cody. Hi, Sarah. Is there ever an instance when a soul passes over that is not planned? That's a very good question, Sarah. And I'd have to say yes. I would have to say yes to that because I believe everybody has free will and free choice. And I think there are certain things that are destiny points. But I do believe that others' free will or someone's free will can get in the way. And the example I've used once, which right now I don't know if it makes sense anymore because I'm aging here. But let's say someone goes to the ATM machine to get cash. Everyone still uses cash. And there's a person behind them who robs them of their cash and mistakenly kills them. Well, not mistakenly, maybe they just kill them for money. Or you see school killings too. I think that sometimes a person's free will is getting in the way. And because of that action, there's going to be a reaction, which is that person that commits that act has to receive what they've done, which means not only will they receive it mentally when they pass over of what they've done and become the other person that was killed, they feel all of that possibilities of that person's life and all the experiences that person would have had, that soul would have had if they lived. So the person that shot them and killed them now it says become aware of all the responsibility they have for that other person's life, how they took that life, and that all responsibility. And that person will have to come back and level it out, if you will, for what they did. As I've told you before, I was a general in many wars, and I was responsible for killing men, telling my men when to kill people. And I think in this lifetime, I've come back to alleviate that karma, to balance it out, to heal millions of people about death. I really do believe it's from those experiences of the wars. And I'm an abhorrence to guns and war. I know it's so wrong. So part of the healing in that is to come back here and to do this work. Very good. Hi, Janet. I love getting feathers in my path. Good sign from spirit. From my girlfriend who passed from cancer. Yep, it's her way of coming through. So when you get the feathers, you see them, there's more to it than that. So again, when you see the sign, stop, open up your mind, say, what is your message? And listen. Don't be so forceful, like because of a feather, Remember the analogy I love to use: when a feather comes from the sky, if you open up your palm, it's like they come on your palm. But if you go fight for that, it won't come to you, it'll go away. So when you get those signs like feathers, or, there's a hummingbird there or a butterfly that it's your loved one, just open up the mind and ask, and what is the message you have for me? I do it all the time. Okay. Hi, Connie. My guides know that I recognize the feather as support. Good. This movie that was feathers. Fantastic. So they're always around you. They're always around you. Kathy, Pat Mooney, there's a guy using your name. Have a good day. Kathy, I have about 30 guys or girls using my name. They're hackers. And I put on my website, Facebook pages, beware of scammers. Unfortunately, we're living in that world right now. People think it's okay to invade another person's privacy. They think that's just fine. And it isn't. So that's that person's karma. I really feel bad for those people that are falling subject to it. And all I can do is really warn people, because that's all I can do. There's nothing else I can do. I can just warn people that there are people out there that are trying to act like me. And there was one guy who actually had like appointments that people would do on some website, some platform, where they could fill in these times and they pay through something and they get the money. The guy gets the money, and of course, never shows up. The person is out of the money. We saw that happen once. We called we were able to call the lady up and tell her it was a scam. So be careful. A lot of scams out there. People don't know who they say they are. Just be mindful that exists right now. We're living in that kind of a world. Okay. All right. Hi, Janelle. I have some interesting videos of orbs that followed me while taking care of my mother-in-law in our last days here on the earth. One in particular, I walked to her bedroom and a large orb rose above me, circled around the ceiling above me, absorbed what I was doing, and exited the room. Wow, that's pretty good, Janelle. So again, I'm going to say it's a concentration of spirits, not just one, but they could represent several that are obviously around you, and they were with you. Again, there's no separation. We're part of that world. We're always like one foot here, 1 foot over there. We're kind of in between. And because you're in this group here, your mind now is open to having more of these experiences, more and more and more. So it's good. Okay, great. Wow, James Von Prague, small V-A-N. Yeah, I know, it's terrible. Sharon Taylor, hi, James. Hi, Sharon. I was getting visitation with my husband, 5. To be exact, he's been past 3 years now. Do the dreams come less as they move from... That's a good question, Sharon. Sometimes it appears that the closer they are to the time they've passed, they come through easier because they've just passed over, so they have memories of this space. So as they move and evolve, it would be less and less that they tend to be able to come down. Well, they can, but it's in some ways their mind is somewhere else. But they're always with you, but it gets harder to do that. Just like I would often say to people, what is it like? Who is sitting in front of you in the 2nd grade? You don't remember because it was so long ago. So it happens like that. It happens that it's been such a long time. It's harder for them in this new place to get used to it. I also wanted to go back to a couple of things. The subject line of the sensitive soul, mastering your sensitive soul. If you have any more subtitles, that'd be great. There you go. So I need a subtitle for that. And I thought you could help me. Okay. And the other thing is Expand 50 is for the meditation course. That's good to the end of Friday. That's the code, Expand 50. It's still on sale, and it'll be ending 12 o'clock tomorrow night. So it's good. Okay. All right. And there, right there, you can click on it under James Emerald. Those are my 2 Facebook pages. Those are the only 2 that I have. So if you're on any other Facebook page, that's my YouTube channel, right? There you go, on my Facebook page. That's it. And not unless you belong to my school, but that's about it. So make sure you know that. Hi, Karen T. I see 11 every day, and most days. Yep. Yeah. 11, 11, 11, 11, new beginnings. New beginnings. So you need to pay attention to new beginnings. What's happening new? What are you paying attention? You need to pay attention. Don't be distracted is what that means. Don't be distracted. All right. Thanks, Tracy. Well, everybody, I don't see any subjects, so I got to go back to work. Terry McDonald, what's your belief on parents' soul plans with their children in spirit? Oh, that's a great question, Terry. It could be so many different things. It could be lessons for all of you as a soul group. I mean, another lifetime you could have left early and that soul had to come and learn. It's like would be a loss without them. So is it balancing. It could be that that soul is here just for its destiny was just for a little bit. Then it's going to the other side and help. I just got this the other day too, which is really interesting. My sister passed over and she said to me something very interesting. She said many times souls will pass over to their side and they will go to schools or learn courses or academics or gain information and knowledge or wisdom about a particular subject, whatever you want to say. And then their job is to go back to the living person and impress them with this new wisdom and this new information. And I often think that children that pass over and certain partners, I think, do that. They will find that they can help their loved one on the earth much better by impressing them with new knowledge, new wisdom, new awareness for the journey ahead of them on this earth. And I think that's more in line, Terry, with what it's about. So many different factors. There's never a punishment. There's no death. So it could be a punishment. It's just, that's the way that is. There's no ending. No one, just beginnings. Hi, Richard. I wanted to thank you for your time during your last VIP. So you were insistent about my husband talking about a Dalmatian who had passed, but not knowing how frantic my husband talks, I figured out what he meant. He had just lost our black and white spotted cat named Dahlia. Oh, colored like a Dalmatian. Oh, maybe that's what it was. Sometimes it takes me. Thanks, Richard Krantz. And I wanted to say, I asked for your information for my assistants. You're a lovely, lovely person. I want to thank you for your kind words about me to everybody. I mean, God bless you for saying such nice things. I really appreciate it. And I hope that helped. It was a great reading for everybody. It really saved everybody. And just you guys, yes or no, would you like another demonstration in September? Like a small demonstration for like $99 a person, and we just do 2 hours readings. It's just right here, yes or no, if you'd like that. So like no, yes or no. Would you like a demonstration, spirit messages in September? I can put that on the calendar. Yes, Tracy, that's what I'm thinking. Would you like to do? Would you like that? Yes. Janet says yes. Sylvia says yes. Richard, yes. Jamie Hall, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, yes. All right. Yes, please. Nadine, you're so sweet. I go to the P.O. box. They, are there any flowers from Nadine? They said no. I was like, I'm just joking. It's so great. Thank you. Okay, yes, a lot of yeses. All right, so I'll do it. I'll put one together for September for you guys, and I think it'll be really, really great. I really do. I think it'll be great. I think a lot of people want to be spoken to. So thank you, everybody, very, very much. I'll come up with a subtitle, but it's going to be a good course. And have a great weekend and change your life. Okay? God bless you all. Lots of love.